Welcome back, everyone. This is Tak Oda, CIO of Attaché for Business, joined here today with Lisa Hammond, our CEO and HR expert. We have been working our way down the list, our top 10 mistakes that small business owners and entrepreneurs make when hiring their people. So we are what number today, Lisa?
Number five.
Number five. All right, let's see it.
All right.
Let's see the whole list. Okay. Ooh, and you've even coded it in red. Not to alarm anyone, but this is a pretty important one to cover. So let's dive right into it.
Yeah, it is an important one to cover. So, not doing reference checks, I would say probably 80% of small business owners don't do reference checks.
Wow. You said 80%?
80%.
Wow, okay.
And what I've heard, the reason is that they feel like they often don't get good references. They don't mean, not meaning that the reference isn't good, but that they aren't getting any information from the reference check.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah. And and that's common if the person has worked for a large company. Large companies often don't believe in doing reference checks because, and this is good for small business owners to know too, if you give a reference that's bad and it is subjective, meaning it's your opinion, then you can be held liable if the person doesn't get the job.
Wow. Okay.
So, you've defamed their character by not giving them a good reference that is your opinion. If you say, yeah, they were a terrible employee and I couldn't rely on them, that's opinion. If you say they missed 10 days out of 2 months and that's against our attendance policy, that's objective. So you can't be held liable for that as long as it's true.
Ah, okay.
So you want to give, you want, if you're giving a reference, you want to make sure that you're telling people the objective things, the things that you can back up with fact.
Hmm.
And, the fact that a person's a terrible employee, you can't back up with fact. That's your opinion, no matter how bad they were. It might be the
Right.
opinion of many people, but it's still opinion. Um,
Gotcha.
the other thing is when you're doing reference checks, you want to make sure that you're asking questions that they can answer subjectively. So one of the best questions to ask is this employee eligible for rehire?
Okay. So we're asking objective questions, yes or no question. There's a clear answer. You can't be accused of being subjective, right?
Correct.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. Oh, we're not going to hire this person again.
If they say no, you know pretty much what you're dealing with.
No, I was just saying heard it here, everybody. This is like the shortcut to finding out if you just hire this person.
Yeah, if they say no, don't hire them. If they say yes, that doesn't mean you should hire them, but but at least the no gives you a clear answer.
Right, right. But in terms of if they say a yes, you can still ask a bunch of follow-up questions as long as you're asking for objective answers, right? Okay, this is really great tips. And there's probably more we can cover on this. This probably deserves another video at some point to flesh it out. But I would say that the takeaways, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lisa, is that do them
Do them.
and ask for answers that are objective.
Yeah, you can ask subjective answers. You just may not get the answer.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
subjective questions. Yeah.
Okay. But I guess I'm concerned because if I ask a subjective question and I get a subjective answer and I base not hiring somebody on that, then isn't somebody potentially opening themselves up to be liable for defamation?
So that's a great question, Todd. The answer is you aren't because,
Okay. All right.
but
Thing.
if you go back to the person and say, yeah, your reference was really, the reference I got for you was why I'm not hiring you. Don't do
Mm,
that because you're opening the other person up for that. And you
gotcha.
don't want anybody to do that to you.
Perfect. All right. That's another great tip for today. Thank you, Lisa. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing about number four next week.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for signing in. And be sure to subscribe so you find out first when we move on to number four. See you soon.